What's up, you guys? Welcome back to WIDEBODY Nation. Here's the thing 98% of cars, yeah, they're going to lose 20% when you drive them off the lot. They're absolute depreciation missiles. Might as well just go drive them off a bridge, pick them out of the water, and then light them on fire. That's like BMW and Audi depreciation right there for you. Explained. But the Dodge Charger wide body Scat Pack 2021 model year, if you option it right, you might just avoid almost all or all of the depreciation, depending on if you follow what I put down here in this video. So in this video, we're going to go over the specs you need to get to avoid the big depreciation, because this car is not bulletproof, but it is almost. Next, we will talk about some threats that it has to it that may actually cause depreciation, but on the converse side, we have all these reasons why it is actually one of the slowest depreciating cars on the market today, amongst so many other cars that are just gonna missiles right into the ground, just lawn dart depreciation. Stick with me here. And then lastly, we will jump into kind of how we see it forward, even if there is a refresh, even if Dodge comes out with the 12-inch screen in the Charger and it's a hybrid system and it's all-wheel drive. So, with that being said, quick reminder, we are doing our Apple AirPods Pro giveaway at 5,000 subscribers. Simply turn that subscribe button from red to gray to enter that. See you on the live stream for that drawing. Now, I told you guys, you have to option it the right way. If you put a bunch of options that you're going to see pennies on the dollar for, it's going to be a depreciation missile. I'm telling you. So stick with me here. Color is not of the utmost concern. However, don't do a what would be considered an unpopular color combo. Something like you can't even do this, but like an F8 green with a red interior, aka Christmas tree spec. Don't do that. So for us, we're probably gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it chill. Keep it chill. Let's just do a gray. Okay. Actually, we'll do smoke show. New color for 2020 and 2021. Replace Destroyer Gray. RIP. So pick a decent color. Skip all the nonsense. No stripes. No satin black hood. We're going to get back to this later, though. We're going to get back to the accents and how you can actually increase the value of your car, your Scat Pack specifically. I love these rims, the optional $1,300 basically Hellcat rims, but we cannot afford to go ahead and spend that extra money because we're keeping our margins tight here, folks. Trying to prevent depreciation. Red brake calipers, standard on the Hellcat. Sorry, we got to skip those though. Locking lug nuts might be something worth tossing in, just because you know how it is out there with the Mopar scene these days. A lot of videos on these getting stolen. Skip the tires. I already know that you guys are going to burn the tires off and then rotate them because they're square. Burn those off and then get some nice Michelins on there. Skip the roof. Now, interior-wise, I'm going to tell you guys, my opinion is get the Plus package because that is the most valuable, about $2,000 on this car you can spend. The Scat Pack wide body is obviously the meat of the deal. That is what is keeping the most value for you. The next on the rung down is the Plus group. So I would say, some people like red interior, some people don't. Let's just go ahead and do red interior. I like it, especially with the exterior being smoke show with the black accents. I think it's good to go. Okay, stick with me. Skip the nav. You do not need to spend this extra. This is why cars depreciate so much, because they get you. They nickel and dime you. All the value is in the Scat Pack wide body base. And then they nickel and dime you with the Harman Kardon. They nickel and dime you with the nav. The nav, among everything, is where they get you the worst. So skip the nav. Trigger warning, skip the Harman Kardon. I'm sorry. Sunroof, unless you really need it, unless you have some breathing problems and you got to breathe out of the sunroof, skip that unless you need the sun. But I know you guys are going to put tints on it anyway. So skip the sunroof. Cargo net, $30, skip that. I'm going to go ahead and say get the driver convenience group. It's going to make your headlights not look like crap. And it's going to give you a couple other bells and whistles that go nicely with the Plus group. That's where you're going to spend $3,000 right here. Don't get the nav. Don't get these silly chrome aluminum side things. I have them on my 2018 because I bought it used. It looks silly. Carbon suede. Hey, we all love carbon fiber here. We all love suede, but $1,600. You're going to see maybe $200 of that on trade-in. Technology group. Now this is the top of the line. So you can't even get this on a Hellcat. I think it's because they don't want you cruise controlling 203 miles an hour though. But do not get the technology group because that's another $2,000 that's above and beyond. This stuff in the driver convenience and in the plus group, people want. This stuff is more of a correction. People need this stuff in the plus group. Most people kind of like need it. Whereas this is more of like, oh, it would be nice to have adaptive cruise control. Oh, it would be nice to have automatic headlights and windshield wipers. Don't get it. That's their problem. That's future someone else's problem, right? We're trying to keep costs low to avoid depreciation. So let's go through the wrap up here. All we put on this car was the plus group, the driver convenience group. Skip the nav, skip the nav. Red interior, because when you get the red interior, a colored interior makes people think it costs more. And on the SCAT pack, it doesn't. On the Hellcat, it'll cost you extra $295. Best money I've ever spent. Now, the last thing I'm going to tell you is whether you can wrap your car or not, go out there, instead of spending $3,500, go get some 3M or whatever brand, satin black, not matte black, satin black wrap, and have your local wrap dude wrap the hood, roof, and trunk, and it will look as if you spent $3,500, whereas you probably out the door, you might be paying that wrap guy $1,000. I mean, the hood is easy. The roof, because there's no sunroof, super easy. You could probably do that with a blindfold on. And then the trunk, a little bit complicated because it's got the spoiler on it, but luckily the spoiler is already black because it's a scat back wide body. So there you have it. This price right here already has the $3,000 off. It has destination charge included. So you're basically looking at $48K out the door. $51K sticker, $48K out the door. Just to compare this to what the cheap ones on the lots usually are, look at this one. This is 2021 wide body. This has the nav and power sunroof, and it's 52, almost 53K. And this one has plus package too. We have the driver convenience group. We got red interior. We've got the plus group, and you're gonna wrap it for $1,000, all the cool parts, and your car is gonna look like a $55,000, $60,000 scat pack. So with that being said, what are the threats to depreciation, even on the scat pack, even on the most popular car in the nation right now? Change my mind. First off, obviously, Dodge is due for a refresh soon, right? Well, even with the refresh, these wide bodies are going to stay hot on the used market, on the new market, certified pre-owned, all of it. So people who are in, people are always looking to upgrade, right? So if you're in a SXT, then you're looking to get into a narrow body scat. And if you're in a narrow body scat, you're looking to jump into a wide body scat, and so on and so forth. So with that being said, just because they come out with some 2022 all-wheel drive Hellcat with an electric Tesla motor in the front somehow, and it's got upside-down headlights that are cool for some reason, just because they do that doesn't mean this car specifically is going to depreciate. Now, gas-guzzling cars like my 2021 Dodge Charger Hellcat REDEYE, that one might take a little bit of a hit, although they did discontinue the regular Charger, so that's going to help me out. Now, something that is really helping out depreciation proofing is the fact that the Dodge plant in Ontario, Canada, Brampton to be specific, has been shut down for at least the month of January, potentially a little longer even. And that's literally the only plant in North America that manufactures the Charger and the Challenger. So what's on the lot right now and what's on the trains and what's on the trucks, that's what we got right now. And depending on when that plant opens back up, it just looks like, demand, it just keeps going up because, pull up Instagram, pull up Twitter, pull up Facebook, pull up YouTube. It's Wide Body City out there, and that's why this is Wide Body Nation. So what you're going to do is you're going to go out there, you're going to build and price one on the website, similar, if not the same as this. Heck, if If you're going to freak out without your Harman Kardon, I'll give you that. You get one extra option on this. Hey, and then you don't even have to maybe do the Harman Kardon, and then you don't go out and wrap the hood and wrap the roof. But hey, there was some added value there because $1,000 to look like you did $3,500. Just saying. So get your sunroof or get your Harman Kardon, whatever. Don't splurge and get all this other nicks and knacks, and then go out and make a good deal. And right now, honestly speaking, sticker price on this one, so that'll be with the $3,000 more. So we're at $59.55. $59.55 with the $3,000 off. Boom. We're gonna go no trade-in. We're just gonna do 7% tax, kind of the middle of the road here. Doc fee of about $500. Boom. Amount financed without a down payment is $51,811. Most people are not gonna be walking out of a dealership with a nicely optioned SCAT pack for less than that. And we didn't even put a down payment on there. We didn't even negotiate any more money off. You see what I'm putting down here? You can eke yourself out a margin by not paying for options that don't put money back in your pocket when you trade it in, and by also negotiating a decent deal on the front end. Obviously, you want to get pre-approved, get a good interest rate. If you're going to go ahead and finance it, obviously you're going to want to try to negotiate a little dealer discount in here. Say $1,000 or $2,000 off. A lot of dealerships might laugh you out though if you're trying to get a dealer discount right now because they know the factories are closed. Any good dealership, any good salesman knows that. They've kind of got you. They've got you by the neck just a little bit. Trade-in, obviously you want to shop your trade-in around if you got one. Get as much positive equity as you can, or mitigate the negative equity if you do have a situation like that. By the way, this monthly payment calculator, which you will not find, you can go on Edmunds.com, Cars.com, and you can mess with a monthly payment, but no one's going to give it to you like this, 24 months all the way out to 84 months, kind of with credit tiers in here, green being the best, with this bright green being kind of like La La Land, and then yellow kind of, mid-tier, and then red is where you got to start saying, do I want to do this deal, or should I work on my credit and then kind of come back in 3 to 6 months, Not only do we have the monthly payments, we got the interest paid right here. It's calculated out. It's a pretty simple calculation, but it all does it for you because we got the formulas in here. We got the launch codes in here. So, major things to consider to wrap this video up. First off, if you're not subscribed and you're still watching, hit the subscribe button. Second of all, Dodge plant is closed. The Dodge plant that makes the Chargers and the Challenger. The Dodge plant that makes the wide bodies. The Dodge plant that fuels the wide body nation is closed until January, but kind of until further notice. Until I see that thing open back up, I think it's going to get worse. So demand is going to keep creeping up just because social media and Mopar no car is just off the chain right now. Supply is going to dwindle as people keep buying up. 2021's orders show up. People pick them up. 2020s are pretty much gone now. So what you see is what you get. Don't freak out if Dodge updates the Charger. If you've got a wide body, you're insulated. If you got a fully loaded wide body that costs you like 60 grand, you're not as insulated. Just think about it this way. Are most people going to tolerate buying a $50K plus used wide body SCAT pack? Probably not. High 40s is probably going to be where people, in the 40s is where the SCAT pack is going to stay for a long time. So if you only paid 50 for yours, you could potentially be driving this thing next to free for 1, 2, 3, 4 years, depending on how you treat your car and depending on some other things. Keep your stock wheels, even if you put some aftermarkets on there, keep your stock wheels. Don't sell them for $2 because it's going to bite you when you trade your car in. Ask Hemi Muscle. He had some tasteful rims on there, but the Dodge dealership dinged him hard on his trade-in value because, aftermarket rims, it's an easy way for them to criticize you. So, depreciation-wise, if you guys are going to mod the heck out of your car, this whole video doesn't matter. But why don't you jump in the comments down below? Let me know what you think. I know there's going to be some people that are like, bam, like, hey, this car's going to depreciate like a missile. And I'm going to say, no, it's not. 83% of statistics are made up, but this video is true. You know what I'm saying? So I think that this is probably the slowest depreciating regular car on the market right now. Obviously, there's investment grade cars and there's Ford GT this and Ferrari whatever that. Like, we're not talking about that. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys. I'll do another video that's just kind of more of a generalized depreciation proofing. Obviously, we're going to talk about what you should keep stock and what you should not. You know, obviously, tints are fine usually because that's easy to either peel off or just trade in. You know, wraps, are wraps good for car values or not? I don't know. I don't know. Check the video out. So, obviously, rims. You put in a bunch of light up stuff. You're doing crazy stuff to the interior. So, that being said, jump in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this whole depreciation conversation. What you think about Dodge when they're going to update these cars that have been around since 2015 and it's 2021 now and they look the same basically other than a little wide body package. And appreciate you guys tuning in. Stay safe and I will see you for the next video.